have there been any roles that you've taken that like there was either a challenge either like filming it or getting into the character? Has there been any of the roles that have been like very challenging for you?
Well, sure. I mean, well, the first off, I think one of the things that's cool about making movies is they're never the same twice, right? And I've never been on like on a series where I'm playing that same character for 5 years. I would take the money, but I imagine I'd also get bored after a while, right? I just think, unless the writers really just kept stretching the character out. Um, so every time I'm on a TV set, I'm there for a week, or every time I'm on a movie, we're there for, we're showing up in a new town. I love shooting on location, showing up in a new town, a whole group of people that don't know each other. It's like the circus comes to town and you make this thing and then it's over. You go your separate ways. Every project presents different challenges. It's never like, oh, yes, I have experience. I have years and years of experience, but each project offers different challenges. Things that come to mind that would be difficult is the first video game I did was a thing called Wing Commander 3, which was the first video game that actually had human beings in it because they had enough RAM at that point to pull that off. But the entire thing was shot on green screen. There was almost no sets, almost no props. And there was these things called the Karathi that were supposed to be like these giant lion-looking things that were like 8 foot tall, and all the actors were freaking out because there was nothing to hold on to. You know what I mean? And it had all these alternative endings, so like the script was like this thick as opposed to this thick, and you like, okay, we're gonna do this alternative ending. It was very confusing, but at least I had a technique. I had a method technique. Uta Hagen technique that allowed for visualization building and things. I wasn't great at it, but at least I was working with something, right? And I've never had to use that technique more than in that particular project. So I struggled with it, but at least I had one. There were other actors just like, I don't know what's going on, And so that one was very challenging. TV-wise, the one that comes to mind is I did a Diagnosis Murder where I played a character who was paralyzed on his left side, but was pretending to have cerebral palsy with his right side. And because he'd gotten paralyzed by this basketball player in a game in high school, and then he became like the ball boy guy on the team so he could poison him and kill him. And then at the end, of course, they figure it out, and then I come out of the whole faking I have cerebral palsy thing, and yeah, he tried to assassinate me, blah, blah, blah. But I had, 24 hours or maybe less than that to create the character for the audition, and then I had less than a week to do the character to do the TV show. In my world, that separates the men from the boys right there. So the fact that I was able to book that job and the fact that I was able to pull that off, I definitely take some pride in that because that was no cakewalk, let me tell you.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like, and to do all of that in such a short time and to pull it off, that's incredible.
Yeah, TV's tough that way. Either you got it or you don't got it. It's not like, when you're, the bigger star you become, the easier in some ways it becomes because you shoot less pages a day. You have more time to prepare. Those guys usually have, often 3 months or more to prepare. And, I say, if you give me 3 months, I'll do it for you in Chinese, let's go. Like, that's like, I very rarely afforded that kind of luxury. At the most, a month, maybe, but even that rarely at this point. So that's often part of the challenge is that I don't have that much time to prepare. So I have to be able to make it happen and go with my big guns and pull it off. But yeah, cerebral palsy, like that's no cakewalk, man.
No.
And that was pre-internet where I couldn't just go Google, go on YouTube and see somebody with cerebral palsy. I had to go do research and things, and it was definitely tough. But I'm proud of that performance. I think it's one of my better TV performances.